Hey, what's up, my friend? Keala Kanae here, and Millionaire morning routines, right? What's your morning routine? How do you start your day? That whole jazz. I get asked this a lot. So if you want to know the exact framework that I follow to absolutely attack the day every single day without fail, then hang with me in this short video and let's go.
Right now, today, you can make a decision that changes your life and go out there and get what you came here for.
All right, so morning routines, right? Again, I get asked about this a lot. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you my M3 formula, M3 formula, all right? And so before I do though, I just wanna say, again, if you've seen this on YouTube and you love this kind of content, you want more value like this, then make sure that you go ahead and click the little like button down below, subscribe, hit that bell notification, that bell button, join the bell squad and get notified every week that I roll out new content like this to help you get more success in your life and your business. And by all means, drop a comment down below. Let me know what did you get out of the video. Okay, so morning routines. Again, I get asked about this a lot on podcasts, panels, speaking engagements. In fact, I was even featured in a book called Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. I'll put a little picture of that right here. Thanks again to my friends Hal Elrod and Pat Petrini for featuring me in the book. That was years and years ago when I was a digital marketer that was just crushing it with a network marketing company at the time. And the book was dedicated to just interviewing all of the top producers in that arena at the time and finding out what do they do to start their day. And so I say all of that just to say that, again, I end up talking about this a lot. So before I get into what the M3 formula is, what I want to do really quick is just kind of as a disclaimer, I just want to say that I do think that there's a little bit too much emphasis on this, right? In that people get caught up in the tactics and the minutia, and they think that, oh, I've got to do it exactly the way that so-and-so does it, and exactly the way that so-and-so does it. And really, I think that that's totally played out and not true, right? So that's why in this video I'm going to give you my framework, because every day it might look a little bit different for me exactly what my morning routine is, but I always stay inside this framework, right? So here's how the framework goes. M number 1 stands for movement. At this time, as I'm filming this right now, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm in the gym by 6 a.m. with a personal trainer, right? Now I'm gonna pause there and just say, some people are gonna think, oh my God, if I'm gonna be rich and successful, I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's not that long ago that I was running a $20 million a year business and I didn't wake up until noon. Well, I woke up at like 10:30 or 11, but nobody saw me until noon, right? And so, you know, I slept in back then. I worked till 3 or 4 in the morning back then. Today, I've just decided that I want to be more of an early bird for me. So, and I went through the work of changing my circadian rhythms and waking up early. So one isn't necessarily better than the other, whatever works for you, right? If you're not a morning person, then you can have an afternoon routine if that's what works, right? So I just wanted to say that. Okay, so again, getting back to the point, M number 1, movement. Why movement? The first thing that I do when I get up and get started with my day is I want to get the blood flowing, the blood circulating, I want to get the chemicals moving in the body, and there's several reasons, right? One is there's different chemicals that your body's gonna benefit from right out of the gate if you can just start breaking a sweat, right? There's BDNF, it's a brain-derived chemical. I'll let you go look it up. It's a brain-derived chemical that basically means that you're gonna be sharper throughout the day. You're gonna have better cognitive function throughout the day, which is important for me. There is serotonin, which is the pleasure chemical, right? So you're just gonna be kind of, generally speaking, happier throughout the day. There's dopamine, which is like the inspiration chemical. It's what's gonna, you know, light that fire, ignite that fire inside of you that allows you to face the challenges for the day and keep moving, right? And so I wanna get all of that happening right out of the gate. So first thing that I do is I get moving. Even on a rest day, then I'm gonna start with like some sort of a stretch or a yoga routine, something to get the muscles moving, and I wanna get the blood flowing and get those chemicals going so that I can start attacking the day right out of the gate, right? After that, the next M is meditation. Now, I'm not saying that I close my eyes and sing Kumbaya and light candles and all that jazz. You know, sometimes I might do a guided meditation or something like that. But really, when I say meditation, I'm just looking for peace, quiet, clarity, tranquility, serenity, and just a way to unplug and remove myself from everything else that's going on in the world so I can gather my own thoughts and get clear about my day. One of the things that I typically want to focus on, and I'll ask myself for that in that time, is, you know, what's the one thing that I can do today that by doing that one thing it will have the biggest cascading effect across my life and my business, right? So if I can only do one thing today, only accomplish one thing, what's the biggest, most important one thing that I can accomplish that day that's gonna cascade, that gives me, where I have the most leverage, and that's gonna cascade throughout the rest of my business and my life. And so I would usually take about 20 to 30 minutes where I'm just completely unplugged from the rest of the world. By the way, this is just as a side note, my phone is always on do not disturb mode all day, 24/7, and that's because I believe my phone is there to be of service to me, not for me to be of service to it, right? So it's available to me when I need it, but I'm not available to other people when they need me necessarily, right? I basically, I am my first priority. Some people might, get triggered by comments like that, but oh well. So I say that to say that my phone is not going to interrupt this time, and I oftentimes don't even have it around me during this time. But I'm going to spend typically about 20 to 30 minutes a day just gathering my thoughts, thinking clear, strategizing the day, that sort of jazz, and getting clear and calm and poised with myself. And then number 3 is mind. Right? It's something that I'm doing to sharpen my mind. Typically it's going to be reading. Most often it's going to be some sort of reading. And it could be, that there's current events going on in the world that I want to get more up to speed on. So I'll pull up Apple News, and I got a few different publications that I'm subscribed to there that I like, and I might look for information on that particular topic. That's probably the least common one, but that is one of the ways in which I do that. The other thing is I just want to learn, right? You're going to notice this too about like top producers in the world, is they're always like voracious learners. They're always, they're trying to, and it's because of this, money follows mastery, period, right? So those who make the most are the ones who are the biggest masters of their craft. They've mastered their craft, And so the top producers tend to be voracious learners. They're very curious. They want to learn. They want that slight edge over everybody else, and they want to keep growing, keep expanding. And then there's those folks who, they get to a certain level, they think they fucking know it all. Nobody can tell them nothing, and those people typically end up crashing and burning in the long run. But for me, I want to be getting sharper on something. Right? So I might be looking up about business, marketing, sales, communication, influence, finance, accounting, investing, real estate, just something where I'm going to get sharper about my goals, my dreams, my ambitions, right? Now, a lot of times people think, oh, do you read a book from cover to cover, Keala? No, typically I don't. Sometimes I just read the summary because that's all I needed from that book. Most books I'm going to pick up, I'm going to go through the table of contents, I'm going to find out, I'm going to figure out what are the chapters that are really going to matter the most to me, and that might be all I ever get out of that book. And then other times I might put that book down and come back 6 months or a year later, who knows. But basically I have a question in my mind, something that I want to get better at, and I'm going to pick up a book for about 20 to 30 minutes a day and read and get smarter, right? Because I know that, hey, I'm either growing or dying, so to speak, right? And so I want to grow, I want to expand, I want to get smarter, I want to get sharper, I want to be sharper than my competition, I want that slight edge, that advantage, right, when it comes down to it. And just another way to slay the day, so to speak, right? So those are my 3 M's. Every morning is basically something that's happening inside of those 3, inside of that, like that trinity of wisdom there, right? So move, get the blood flowing, get the body going, and get those chemicals moving, so I'm sharper throughout the rest of my day. Meditation, so I can get calm, peace, tranquility, serenity, and be more poised and clear about what I need to accomplish in the day, what's going to be the most impactful. And because it's easy to get busy, but not everything is of equal, not everything that makes you busy is of equal value, right? And then number 3, mind. Something that's going to feed my mind, make me sharper, make me better, make me smarter, and that's ultimately going to lend towards my goals. And stay inside those 3 things, and that's basically been my routine for years. So hopefully you got some value out of that. If you like that content, you want more content like this, drop a comment down below. Make sure you click like on this video, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I drop content like this 1 to 2 times a week for free to help you get more success in your life and your business, sharing with you how I've built multiple multi-million dollar businesses, and just life success too, personal things kind of like a morning routine, right? So if you want more stuff like that, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the bell squad, get notified every week when new content rolls out, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video, my friend. Take care.